Okay, so the last time I uploaded a video, I had got the front struts on. I was waiting on one for the passenger side. I got that in, and ultimately I'm going to have to raise the back end because I can't get the front down any further. But I'm working on the turbo, and so I'll kind of take you guys along for the ride. I'm replacing the oil lines. Going to have a custom-made braided oil feed, and so here we go. Okay, so today is the day that we're going to put turbo back on the Supra. So we all got all our little bits and pieces, and the idea is to get this thing back together today. And so I will probably do some time-lapse stuff and take you guys along for the ride. So buckle up, here we go. All right, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to replace these water lines, and then I'll get back with you in a minute. So let's get them out of here. Okay, that went all right. So just gonna get these hoses cut, get them hooked up, and get on to the next thing. Okay, so probably going to be overkill, but I'm going to take some of this Permatex Ultra Gray and put it on both sides of the gasket, and then put it on the turbo, and hopefully that will stop this oil leak. Again, that's probably overkill, but hey, I got to get this thing stopped, so here we go. We've got the oil drain to the block, and we've got the turbo to the manifold, and we've got all these bits and pieces left. But right now we're going to do a test fit on the turbo. I got my water lines replaced. I've got the new flexible oil feed, and I've got the gasket in there, and everything's really tight. So hopefully I'm going to be able to get this down into the engine bay, and this is my next obstacle, is get a gasket on this, and then get it against the block, and then take this and hook it up later. So hopefully, and this is loose, so I should be able to do that after this is hooked up. So hopefully that'll work out, and we'll see how it goes. I'll check in with you later. Okay, top of the screen you see the turbo sitting on the manifold. Those are studs coming off the manifold. Bottom, middle, you see the drain line going to those studs, and then you see the banjo bolt kind of bent down in front of it. So I think what I'm going to do is hook the banjo bolt up first, and then slide it down on to the manifold studs and the block studs. Put the gasket on that drain, put the gasket on the block itself right there in the bottom middle of the screen, and then go from there.
then go to the manifold and drop and tighten it up. So that's the plan. I'll keep you posted.
Okay, so I'm off to see if I can get an L bracket, like a, okay, so the deal is right here, I need a L to go this way, or it doesn't matter, as long as it's an L, and that way I can make this go flush. This is actually supposed to go to the block like this, and then turn right about here and go that way, and then up to the turbo. So that's what's happening. Okay, big shout out to these guys, PureTech, because they got me squared away. What we're looking at is an elbow, 90-degree elbow, and so I just need to change the direction of this. Instead of going this way, it needs to go this way, and then it needs to go against the block. So hopefully that'll get me squared away, and we'll get this turbo in there today. By the way, I've got no sponsorship from these guys. I'm just saying, every time I've gone to them, they've hooked me up. They've done a good job. Okay, just a quick update. So in the middle of the screen, you see the new braided hose, and after I got the 90-degree elbow in there, either that shortened it or it was already too short, but the bottom line is it's too short. So, you know, back to the drawing board. Every no gets you closer to yes. Failure is not an option. All that positive reinforcement that I got to get this done. So I'm back to get a fitting in that braided hose apparatus to get it long enough to hook it up. That's it. Okay, so I've pulled the oil line off of the motor and ended up getting a new oil line, braided oil line, because this one was too short. The only concern I have, and I told the guy, was that this is going to keep me from being able to bend it, kind of like I want to. So we have an alternate plan. If this longer line doesn't hook up right, then what I'm going to do, use that coupler, throw these two together, and there's no way that it's not going to be long enough. So that's the plan, and I'll let you know how it turns out. Okay, so here's the situation. So I've got the washer on the bolt, and a bolt through the banjo bolt, and the hole is to the left. But I can't get the washer that goes between the banjo bolt and the block on there. Well, I can get it on there, but once I get it on there, I can't get the bolt started. So here's what we're going to do. This is what I used to get the washer on the banjo bolt. But once I get it on there, well, this is in there. That's the whole rig. That gets it on there. Now, once I get it on there, I can't get it started. So what I did is I threw some tape in the bottom of my ratchet socket. That way it's not so deep, and it'll let me actually get the thing started. So let's see if that daggum works. Here we go. All right, we got that darn thing started. Let me show you what I did. This is just amazing. Just so frustrating. Just incredibly frustrating. All right, right in the middle of the screen, you see the two brass washers
on either side of the banjo bolt with the bolt through it. And yeah, that's crazy because there is absolutely no room to do it, and finally got it done. All right, so here's a new line. Here's where it needs to go. So I'm gonna try and bend it around and see if she'll fit. Looks like I might go. I'll let you know. All right. I'm happier than a hot hog in a cool puddle of mud. Yeah, that happened. Got the oil line hooked up, got everything tight, and we're cooking with grease. Cooking with Crisco. That's what it is. Hey, whatever. I'm happy. We got her done. Okay, so here's the first startup after the new oil line got put in, and hopefully we don't have any issues. Here we go. Okay, I don't see any oil coming down. I'm saying let's. I'll tell you what, I think we're in business. I think we got stopped. So I'm gonna end this video here, and I'll see you down the road.